The first thing that I wanted to say today was that I know that there are a lot of you out there who are very, very unhappy. I know because I was there, and it's not like my life is hoo hoo ha ha perfect now. I still have my days, I still have my moments. I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. You are absolutely perfect. You are whole, even if you've been through the worst things in life. And I remember I used to say, I'm so broken, I'm broken, I'm broken. We are not broken. We are entirely whole, beautiful, divine beings. There's actually nothing wrong with you. It is actually the world, society that is kind of backwards, and we feel the effects from that. And what are the effects? Anxiety, depression, sadness, conflict, judgment. All of these things make us tired. We're vibing low. What that means is when you're vibing low, your vibrations are that of fear, anger, jealousy, lust, competition. If you think that everyone in life is competing with you, you are absolutely wrong. We are all in our own journey. And what I have experienced in life, you haven't. And what you have, I haven't. And so we're trying to figure it out together, and we're growing together. But these people who are vibing low, it's a dense energy. It's negative. It's critical. It's not realizing the full potential that we have as human beings. When we recognize that, and when we start to change those vibrations and start vibing higher, what does that mean? That we are vibing at a level of recognizing who we really are. Okay, we should be loving one another. We should be loving ourselves and one another. Compassion, empathy, kindness, forgiveness, giving. We are one world. We are all interconnected. When you are at the point where you are learning and you are accepting and it feels good to give and to serve the world, that is where you are vibing so high, you are on your way to enlightenment. What that means is connecting back to your true self. We're spending hundreds of millions of dollars on mental health, but we're not teaching people how to really be happy, how to connect with who they really are, because we are so focused on living an externally driven life where we're looking outside of ourselves. And phones, God bless technology, there's a place for it. It has connected us more than ever before, but we are following and admiring and loving people who are functioning at such a high level of dysfunction. Actually, they are dysfunctional, and they post pictures on social media. I'm perfect, this is my life, it's all amazing, but you have no idea what's actually happening behind the lens. What is the truth? And so that's what we need to get back to, the root of truth. And the truth is that we all have the potential to be happy. How are we going to do that? Well, the first thing we're going to realize is that we don't know everything. And so there's going to be points in these videos where I'm actually going to ask you to look at things from a different viewpoint. It could be something that you've never considered, or, well, this is the way we've always done things. Please, let's all drop that idea that we know everything. There's nothing to be learned. It's going to be uncomfortable at first because change is uncomfortable. But once you start to realize that there are better, more efficient ways of doing things, your life is going to change and you're going to be happier. You are going to be more positive. We live in a world where people have the news on. Every single doctor's office I go to, it's the news. And it's negative, and it's this person was killed, and there's this bomb and this war. What I would love for people to understand is that it starts from when you wake up, having a positive mindset. And so you're going to surround yourself with positive people as much as you possibly can. You're going to think positive thoughts. You're going to connect back to who you are. So you're going to stop focusing so much on everything that's happening outside of you, things that you cannot control, and you're going to start to look inside. Who are you? I've seen people who are in their 80s who don't know who they are because they have never taken the time to stop, sit in silence, get rid of the distractions, get rid of the noise, and determine, who am I? What are my values? What is my belief system? What do I hold so important in my heart that living from this place of truth, of pure potentiality, of love, of light, of peace, this is what's going to bring me total, complete happiness and freedom. To me, freedom is being able to live from a place of truth in my heart, of who I really am, not what other people want me to be, not what other people consider to be cool, but who am I inside, what brings me peace, and how do I connect back to that person before society put all the layers, kind of like an onion. We need to peel back those layers of truth, of betrayal, of fear, of judgment, of criticism, of believing that we are not connected with each other. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, bad people, make a lot of money sending us these messages when we believe that we should be living in fear and that we should not be connected with one another. We are so different from each other. We're not. Doesn't matter where we come from in the world. We are one human family, and we need to start acting like we're one human family. Apparently, astronauts, when they fly out into space and they can see the Earth as one, they kind of have a moment of enlightenment where they recognize that here is this precious planet, Mother Earth, and it's one. It's one, it's connected. And when we start to change our mindset and start to recognize that that is the truth and start looking out for each other and start acting like we are a community, we are brothers and sisters in this human family, our lives are gonna grow, we're gonna get happier, and I promise you, it's gonna be a journey that you will be so grateful that you joined in on. And so one of my final thoughts today is that in this new journey that we're going on, we're gonna grow together, we're gonna think differently, we're gonna challenge ourselves. My hope is that you would do some homework. I know people are going to say, I don't want to learn, don't give me work. But honestly, this is where I've been in the last 8 years. And I have had so many amazing teachers, spiritual teachers, gurus. I've read a ton of books to get to the point where I'm at now, where I am living the life I've always dreamed of. This is the life that I wanted when I was a little girl, when I was growing up, when I was hurt, when I was in pain, when I was scared, when I felt alone. And I thought to myself, where would I be in the future? I am here now. I am happy, I am fulfilled, but it has taken a ton of work, self-study, looking inside of who I am. And part of that was abandoning an identity that I had, who I thought I was when I was really, really miserable. I needed to let that person go and consider another way of looking at things. And so to that effect, I would love for you guys to pick up this book. It's called Mindset. In my top 10 books in my lifetime, this is one of the top 10. It's by Carol S. Dweck. She's a PhD, and she talks about the fixed mindset versus the growth mindset. And that's what we want to start cultivating, is a growth mindset where we are considering something outside of just I. So the ego wants us to focus on I. All about me, I'm the star of the show. This is my world. In fact, this is our world. And we need to start looking at it from a different perspective, a higher perspective. And this higher perspective is what is going to connect us to our highest self. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, if there are any topics you want me to cover in my future videos, please comment down below. I'd love to dedicate one of my episodes to you so that we can start healing together. I love you. See you soon.